In Sarasota County, 52% of the babies are born into poverty. These infants are often starting their lives without stable housing, food, and health care. But the Suncoast has the resources to help these babies and their families. Kelly Romanoff from the Charles and Marjorie Borancic Foundation is here to tell us about a community program that is making a big difference. The program is called The First 1,000 Days, Kelly. What does that name mean? Why that name?
Good morning, Linda. The first 1,000 days of life is when our brains develop, and that sets the course for that individual's well-being for many years to come. By the age of 2, 80% of a baby's brain is done growing. So if we can help that family when the baby's being conceived and born, set them up for optimal success, they're going to have a long and well life in front of them.
Of course, I should mention that you're not here alone. You're going to have a baby in what?
Next week.
Next week. So we have an expert, and those first 1,000 days are making a difference in every baby's life, right?
Yes, ma'am. And there's such different paths that a child can go down if they have the resources, the food, the nourishment, the stability they need, versus if they are sadly neglected or undernourished. You can see the science of the brain and the underdevelopment, and so we are wrapping that family with all of the care that's available in our community to make sure that that child has the resources they need in the first 1,000 days of life.
What are the goals of this program?
We started a conversation about how we can help parents be their child's first and best teacher. And at Borancic Foundation, we invite the people into the room who are doing the work. So we invited our healthcare nonprofits, our early childhood nonprofits, our hospital leaders. And what we found is there was a lack of warm handoff between when that baby was born and getting them to the community resources they needed. And it's a maze. It's hard. You guys know navigating healthcare is difficult.
Yeah.
And so you can see this maze on the screen here. Those are all the services that are in our community. But if you are financially disadvantaged and you're caring for an infant, how are you going to navigate that picture?
Right.
How can anybody navigate it? It takes a lot of time. It's like a full-time job.
Yes, ma'am. So we said, okay, we have an accountability to better serve these families. And we are creating a fluid system of care, and it's starting at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. We're putting patient navigators at the hospital who will identify the families in need at the time the child is born and personally handhold and guide them to those different services, really sticking with them through every stage of that child's development.
Oh, what a wonderful thing. What a relief to these parents. So are these new programs at Sarasota Memorial, or are you clarifying programs that are already there?
A little bit of both. There's no new nonprofit being developed or new programs being developed. We're just putting 2 new staff at the hospital who will be those patient navigators and make sure that the nonprofits who are caring for that family are all talking and there's a cohesive care plan, as well as meeting every need of the family along their way. So no new programs, but just help to get to those programs.
Oh,
It's great that the basis was already there. You know, that we have the programs, because we do know, I mean, the hundreds of nonprofits that are here, so many are focused on kids, but it's bothersome to know that people weren't able to find those benefits.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to see those services go away because they weren't being taken advantage of when you know they're the people that need it. It's almost like, I don't want to simplify it, but like a matchmaking in a way. You find the people that need it and you find the services that are doing it.
What do the parents say?
Oh, they're incredibly relieved and grateful, and so many times they don't know the service that exists. They're just sitting there struggling, trying to figure out, why is my baby crying, or where do I find this resource that I so desperately need? They're not connected. So we are that connection, that Velcro connection, to make sure that whatever they need is satisfied. Because again, the programs are there in our community, and that's part of what we're celebrating is the good work of our nonprofit partners, but just putting it at a greater access point for the families who need it most.
What can we do to help? What a rich community we have, and 52% of our babies are born into poverty. The rest of us have got to pitch in. What can we do?
That's right. So First 1,000 Days Sarasota County is raising $1 million to cover 3 years of this pilot initiative at the hospital. Those funds will also be used for outreach and education to let the families know these services exist. Charitable funds have been established at Gulf Coast Community Foundation and Community Foundation of Sarasota County that people can donate towards that goal. And I would also encourage you can go to BrantSickFoundation.org, our website, and see a list of all the 32 partners who have been involved in creating this stronger system of care in first 1,000 days. And if you see something that moves you or sparks your passion, contact them, get involved, support the individual agencies as well as financially contributing to the initiative.
Just look at those babies. That'll inspire.
Right.
What a wonderful program. That
Thank
is
you.
awesome. And to find out more how you can help, you can go to the website. It is the Borancic Foundation. Their website you can see on the screen, and we've got to help those kids get a good start. And now, how Florida can improve its film production. We'll discuss this hot topic.